YouTube family. What's cracking, YouTube family? Almighty Clips. Back again, NCAA Football 12. I was debating whether or not to continue this or just abandon it and start a new dynasty. Well, throwing 12 back on deck because, yeah, I like 13 and all, but it's just going to take me a while to, fuck with the rosters and update them. And to be honest, I kind of expected a little bit more from 13. I don't know if it was just me fantasizing about the game being a lot different than I thought it was. I thought I came across some stuff saying there was going to be, new quarterback dropbacks and, 100 and something 50 or 60 new animations or something, but it didn't feel a whole lot different. It felt a little bit different, but not to that extent. So, just chucking back 12 back into the PlayStation. We're still in the second season for Georgia Tech. Somehow now we're ranked, but we're 23 against BYU. And our rating has gone up now. I've just noticed that offense, or overall A-, offense A, and defense B+, whereas before I'm pretty sure we were all B or B-. I haven't really, since doing these videos, I haven't really bothered at all like I did with the Gators franchise prior on doing any of the recruiting. I've just simulated through all of it, and this is just purely gameplay. Sorry, I was going to go into the settings and just show you the settings I have it on, but I'm pretty sure that's all done in game, so let's get stuck into it. Just paused it a bit there because this loading takes forever.
Hi everybody, I'm Brad Nessler, and helping me call this one is Kirk Herbstreit, and Aaron Andrews also joins us on the sideline. Today's game is brought to you by Lowe's. Let's build something together. We've got the BYU Cougars and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Every time I see BYU's logo, it just reminds me of the Yahoo logo from early 2000s. Those alternate unis, they're fire. That's my quarterback.
Exciting NCAA action here. It just seems like this season's getting more and more intense with each week. For BYU, they like to move the ball downfield behind their top-notch receiver.
He's the kind of receiver where a quarterback can throw the ball in his direction and be confident he's going to come down with it.
It's almost time for kickoff, so let's head down to midfield for the coin toss. Brought to you by Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Yeah, that's funny. They did what I usually do.
And the fans are on their feet.
It's funny, just comparing the NFL games to the college games. The NFL teams always pick receive and never ever pick kick, whereas the college games is just the exact opposite.
And they push him out at the 36.
Pretty decent return.
Opening the game with a solid kick return like this.
For Georgia Tech, what are you looking for from their offense?
They're going to run the option. And I always say that defending the option is like trying to hit a knuckleball. It's a little weird, unpredictable, and if it's working right, almost unstoppable. But in order for it to be working right, the timing and decision-making, especially by the quarterback, got to be nearly perfect.
From their Second down. He may have changed things up here. He gives a pump fake. Caught. He gets hit out of bounds. The 42-yard line. That reception good for around 4 yards.
He took what the defense gave him that time, which is okay. It keeps the yards to go a little bit more manageable.
Tackled after decent pickup.
Very effective play calling in a third down situation. It's plays like that you need to win ball games. Convert on third down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. And he hits him hard at the 45. Good gain there on the quarterback scramble.
You know, I really
Yeah,
like
at least Washington's actually got some speed, unlike
found no one open, so instead of
Harris,
throwing it
Ja'Cory
away,
Harris
he
on the
just took it
Hurricanes I
on
was
third down.
using on 13 last night, where he had absolutely like fuck all jack shit speed.
It's second down now.
Like just moving around in the pocket, he just moved around like a slug basically. So while that was happening on 13, I was just missing like the speed of this guy.
That goes nowhere. Nice run up the middle. Third down has been the charm on this drive.
It's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
From the 41-yard line. First down. And he's going to come up with a sack.
Unfortunately, I've taken a few of those in my day, and they are not pleasant.
Got absolutely clobbered.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Just lost about 7 yards on that play.
Washington back to throw. Here's the pass. Broken up.
If you see how quickly he closed on the ball and broke up that pass, that's what you look for in a safety.
Third down now. They need to get it down to the 31. Flares it and almost had it intercepted.
Man, I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision, but that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line.
When he made the decision to return the ball, I'm sure he thought there was going to be some room to run, but boy, did it vanish in a hurry. Still, he got something out of it.
Boom! Just got absolutely clobbered.
This drive will start at the 30-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go.
Actually, we'll keep it on that play, as opposed to
And down he goes.
always substituting
Up there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and a
or
quarterback
changing the
showed
play
tremendous
into
force by making a
man,
good read and
which
delivering a nice
becomes
ball to the open
a
man.
little bit predictable.
He's under some heat.
Fucked up.
Makes the grab past the marker. He's tackled in the open field. What a play.
I tried to just go for the strip just then.
Mentioned before, he is so accurate.
Funny thing is, it says it's locked on the controls, like the strip L1, but it actually does work. See, you see the defender reaching in and making a completely different tackle.
First and 10. Ball on the 26. Going for it all.
Try to go for the pick. I don't know what the defender ended up doing. Oh, fuck it.
He splits the uprights with the extra point with a 3-play, 70-yard drive and a touchdown to result.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow him down.
He makes it to the 25-yard line. They'll go to work at the 25. First down, 10 to go. Washington with the option.
I think he made a late read of the defense there. Quarterback needs to be much more decisive with his option reads.
Yeah, it's a good point. I maybe been deciding to do that too many times, and it's just too late to actually pitch it off to the running back, because every single time go out wide and just get dropped by the corner.
Downfield, so he took it himself and picked up some decent yardage.
Trying to change the play.
Oh, what a conversion.
I give a lot of credit to the offensive
I
coordinator.
totally didn't expect that to happen. I didn't even know where the ball was going on that play act, to be honest with you. See, that's where a few of these plays have caught me off guard, because you think you're actually passing it, but then it switches to the option and it goes onto the running back.
Here's a run. Makes it to the 47. A strong run by the fullback will give him a gain of 9. So it's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down. Play fake. Defense bearing down. Dives forward.
Hey, sometimes the defense does everything right, and they still lose.
Gotta stop being smart, sliding and diving, instead of just taking those big ass hits, because Washington gets injured pretty frequently. Like, I think it was probably about 4 or 5 times where he was injured last season and was out for about 4 weeks at one point.
The Cougars, 7. The Yellow Jackets, nothing.
But we've still got a pretty good backup in Sims, who's a quarterback that's very similar to Washington.
And he tackles him hard at the 43-yard line. Gain of a yard by the fullback.
Well, those are the kind of hits that'll take some miles off a ball carrier.
On the catch. Oh, they strip it out. Here's the 8th play of the series. Throws a bullet over the middle.
What a huge letdown by the defense on a big third down play. And that is just inexcusable.
Switched up, seeing him in motion, and I was just like, I'm just going to launch it to this guy. Surprised it didn't get batted down, especially with this difficulty. Those passes get batted down like all the time, but I made sure to bullet that one in. I won't lie though, if you think about it, this game was made in 2011, and if you compare it to Madden 12,
It's first and 10.
this game was
This is the
just,
ninth play of this drive.
the mechanics of the game, the way players move, the physics, player physics, even though there were still the canned animations before they went to the physics system on 14, it just felt like they were just above, always ahead of Madden.
He's going to take off. He made a real nice play on
The player models in Madden 12, if we're comparing these two head to head, they just don't even look anywhere close to as good as the player models on this game. 12 I found, when I only bought it beginning of sometime last year, because I stopped playing Madden 08 sometime in 2007. I was just sick of Madden, and I played catch up with all of the older ones earlier, or sometime last year. just going on a retro hunt. And I was really surprised, to be honest. Like, they did make some improvements, but it took them a long time. Like, from the time I stopped at Madden 08, it took them until about Madden 13 in 2012. So that was like another 5 years later for them to finally introduce physics, finally make the game somewhat decent. Bro, are you serious? I thought that would have been a touchdown.
Third down and goal to go. And this is the 12th play of the drive. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. He's going to keep it. He's in.
I think the option down by the goal line is a great call. It puts so much pressure on the defense and allows the quarterback to have the decision to run it or pitch it. And this time it worked to perfection.
The extra point to tie this game up. He splits the uprights with the extra point. So a 12th play, 74-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Now that I've knocked the difficulty up to varsity, like a notch below Heisman, it definitely takes a lot longer. Like the drives, like 12 plays, it's not a case of just, 3 or 4 plays, launching it down to your wide receiver on a post or whatever, and running it in. Like, it's a lot more hard yakka, as we call that in Australia. A lot more hard work, a lot more effort.
He wasn't getting away from that one.
Which is good, because it's like, I just got sick of blowing out like the lower ranked teams, because you see there's like a huge difference. Oh, we just picked it off. Touchdown, baby. That was just, he just gave it to me like that was a gift. I don't know what the quarterback was doing. Just lobbed it up in the air. And that's another thing I really love about this game. Just all like the touchdown celebrations and all like those extra little things. Like Madden, you see like the same little goofy ass celebrations over and over. It just feels like Madden really just like, the games don't have like any real soul to it really.
The offense will take over at the 29.
In this commentary, like Herb Street and all of that shit, like just reminds me of when I first started playing American football, like NFL Fever 2003 on the first Xbox, like finding that in a clearance bin, clearance, yeah, just picking that up, and that's how I basically learned the game of American football. It was a lot of silly plays, a lot of big quarterback runs on rookie and things like that, but it took me a while. And then getting ESPN NFL 2K4 with Warren Sapp on the cover. Fourth and 18 already.
So no luck on that drive as they go 3 and out.
That big fella just crushed his ass.
The sack makes this a 4th and very long. He really got a hold of that one. Takes it out to maybe the 40-yard line.
Decent effort. He's not the type of guy to call fair catch very often. He does have the ability to make guys miss.
He gives it to the back. Nice run there as they work the outside. Smith comes away with 5 yards on the carry. from their own 45-yard line. Second down. Georgia Tech is up a score. Throws and it's knocked away.
That's the kind of field vision you want out of your linebackers. They have to play well in coverage, and they have to be able to break up pass plays.
Washington drops to throw. Throws and it's incomplete. He tried to hit his receiver in stride, but overthrew it a little too much.
That'll come in time. Just repetition, throwing that same pass over and over, and he'll be fine.
Brigham Young will try to get down the field here and tie this game up before halftime.
I'm starting to get the hang of that with the punt now instead of just
Here's the give.
blasting it on like max.
BYU
You know,
will take a
there's a
timeout,
technique
and
to
that
it.
was their first timeout.
Instead of just bombing it into the end zone and getting a touchback, trying to actually pin them in with a coffin corner.
Swatted away.
This guy is mostly used to stop.
And obviously me being an Aussie and a lot of these Australians coming from, or initially them coming from Aussie rules, and now we've got generations of Australians going straight like through college and becoming punters in college instead of just coming straight out of the AFL. Like I'm starting to have an appreciation for like special teams and just the art of punting. Like the special teamers don't get the same amount of respect.
Georgia Tech will take their first time out of the half. It's fourth down. Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Booming kick.
What can we do with Hill this time?
Hill takes it to 36. They'll bring him down at the 43-yard line.
Not great, but not bad either. As long as your main priorities are not turning the ball over and establishing solid field position, then you're headed in the right direction.
Washington back to pass. Pass is tipped away. Good awareness defensively that time by the linebacker.
Not only that, but as you saw, he also made a very athletic move to get to the ball.
Washington drops to throw. He's hit and taken down.
It's a nice job here by the wide receiver of looking the ball in and keeping it.
See, that's exactly what was needed. See, that linebacker, that middle linebacker actually bit on that and actually fucked him off to the left.
He was on the same page as his quarterback as they
See, there's an art to it.
outside linebacker blitz coming.
I'll start targeting Hill a little bit more.
First down, look at the throw. Throws, and he's right there to knock it away. That was incomplete, and it looked exactly like their last pass.
It was the exact same play, and I think the offensive coordinator just tried to pull a fast one.
Trying to pull a fast one on your mama.
Here's the give. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play. And he'll go with a no huddle.
I just feel like I'm playing too conservative.
Washington drops back. Complete.
Oh, look at that.
He's all the way. Touchdown. That was some kind of catch and run by the halfback.
That was a mismatch that the offense took advantage of. He completely burned the defender to the score.
Where was the coverage there? There wasn't anybody near him at all. And he converts the extra point. A 5-play, 57-yard drive. And they put up 7 points.
You know, when you can throw the football as well as these guys can, you don't necessarily always have to have a balanced attack because you're so proficient in throwing the ball.
So our score, 21-7.
Fuck me, how far do we want to let this guy run?
They'll go to 26. We've got a 1st and 10. I guess he'll throw this one as far as he can and hope for a miracle. First down, look at the throw. And he's going to be sacked.
That does it for the first half.
Don't go anywhere, folks. It looks like we might have a pretty good game on our hands after all. Our score here at Bobby Dodd Stadium. Georgia Tech, 21. Brigham Young, 7. We are set to start the second half. Both teams are on the field, and we're ready to go. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's tackled at the 24-yard line. This drive will start at the 24. It's 1st and 10. For BYU, they were 1 or 2 plays away from making this game much closer. For more, let's send it down to Aaron.
Well, Brad, the problem, according to the coaches, is that they let too much get by.
Hit him with the hit stick.
In some ways, but he feels like he should be able to clamp down and even cause some turnovers, which should help them get back into this in a hurry. And for Georgia Tech, they've managed to force a turnover to help them build a lead in front of their home crowd. Brad?
Into the tailback, and he's met in the back for you. The defensive end came through to put him away. Nice job.
For once, I was actually manually controlling one of the defensive backs playing zone.
It's 3rd down and a long
And the running back just ran into computer-controlled defensive end.
drop back to pass. Passes to the wide out, and he can't pull it in.
Let's see if the momentum from that defensive stand carries over to their offense.
Gonna lie, BYU's punter looked pretty badass with his 2 gloves, eh?
Takes it to the 45.
You don't usually see punters like with 2 gloves on.
Not a bad return. The offense will take over at the 45. 1st and 10. Washington calls an audible. Runs outside for a nice gain. Gould picks up about 7 yards on the run. They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. Washington on the option. That's a great tackle at the 37. Call his own number on that one.
I like the idea of trying to run here, but the defense really made him pay the price for trying to run.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. Third and short, and they'll throw for it.
Cayenne was getting a bit cold, so I thought I'd show him some love, give him the ball.
He knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but he looked off the other receivers first.
First and 10, ball on the 21. Straight ahead with the
It was that same thing again,
to the 18-yard line.
that option.
Fullback picks up about 3
So you got the
yards on that
passing and the running,
Break or bend this linebacker.
and it just
He won't miss that
switched to
tackle.
the run when I was expecting to throw the ball. Which is why you get that little stutter step where, you know, I end up pulling back on the right stick and then it stops the momentum of the running back. See, the same shit with that play. Like, I didn't even think that was going to happen.
Time that he found the quarterback today.
This lineman can overpower anybody on the offensive line. He's the kind of player you have to redesign your blocking schemes around.
Zips it to the back. Brought down to the open field. Well, they get all those yards, but come up just shy of the first.
Good play call, almost perfect execution, except for the fact that they're not going to get the first down.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Fires it out.
I didn't expect that to happen. I thought I was just going to run it out of bounds.
He's registered today.
Boy, can really throw a wrench into a defensive scheme when you've got a back who's as good
Yeah, Owen Smith, man, definitely knows how to catch the ball. It was a second receiving touchdown, I'm pretty sure, from him today.
He makes the PAT. So that's a 7-play, 45-yard drive. And that's good for a touchdown.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
He got all of that one. And he's tackled at the 24. The offense will start at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. Drops back on 1st down. It's caught inside the 30. And they tackle him at the 25. So the big game
It was basically just saving the touchdown at that point.
And they'll bring him down behind the line.
The defense was in the backfield by the time he took the pitch. Great penetration.
Goddamn right.
From the 28-yard line, it's 2nd down. Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
Yeah, that was the free safety. Basically just came in. So you had a chance, like, those linemen weren't completely just clueless. That would have been another pick. Let's try and blitz him this time with a strong safety.
He guns it to the right, and it's intercepted by the senior cornerback.
It was a nice run back.
Decision there. Why do you even throw that thing?
Well, it's a good job by the corner sitting back.
I still can't speak highly enough of how much I love, like, when you intercept it, how fluid that is. Like, from the time they intercept it, there's not that, you know, a few seconds pause and delay that kills your momentum and you just get tackled. Like, it's one fluid motion. You intercept it, you know, you hit the back foot, and then, like, to change momentum and just go the other way. Like, let's have a look at that quickly to show you exactly what I'm talking about. See, from the time you picked it off, there was no split-second delay like in Madden, where it goes like that, and then by the time you turn around, you're already tackled. See here? Plants his right, then left, turns around, and then boom, he's gone. See, and that receiver was getting blocked. That's how it should be. I don't know why they don't put that in Madden. Like, if it's in this game, why don't they put it in Madden?
Catches it, hit for no gain. 1 yard on the play.
The offense is trying to get the ball into the hands of the halfback here. He did a pretty good job of
Just
getting
burn
a
the
few
clock
yards.
off in the
Defense
third quarter.
was just swarming to the ball right there.
One more quarter to play, and this one appears to be well under control. Our score here at Bobby Dodd Stadium, Georgia Tech 28, BYU 7. On the delay, and he's brought down immediately.
Seems like every game this guy's in the offense's backfield, bringing guys down for a loss. He's just got a knack for making plays.
Washington, back to pass. He's taken down at the 39-yard line. It's the
Yeah,
safety who's in the
fucked
right
up
place
there.
at the right time.
has to know where the safety is.
they end up getting it back straight after we picked them off.
He just tried to force something that wasn't there.
He's got his receiver with nobody around.
They just made us pay for that.
BYU. And he converts the extra point. So with just over 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is Georgia Tech 28, Brigham Young 14. Hill fields at the goal line. Whoa, he just took a licking. They'll get the ball here at the 27-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Tackled after decent pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 31-yard line. They'll bring him down at the 31.
See, same story all over again. I thought I was throwing the ball, the next thing you know,
From their own 31-yard line.
QB's holding it in his hands and supposedly scrambling.
Goes out to the back, and it's through his hands.
They looked a little sluggish on that series. I'm curious to see if they pick things up when they get the ball back.
He's out to the 30, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line. So we got a little on that return.
Well, Brad, early it looked like there was an opening there, but the seam closed quickly.
They're ready to start another drive.
Yeah, that was a really nice play actually because I screwed up with the initial guy I had control of.
This defense made some adjustments on the
Oh, look at that.
I don't know if they can stop the passing attack, but they need to at least be able to slow it down.
To the 20. Unbelievable. This defense just continues to impress.
It was the same guy that took it back for the big run too. Number 6 with the dreads.
And his quarterback is really on
Definitely came and played today. Yeah, so we've picked them off 3 times. Yep, number 6, 2 picks, 84 return yards. Lewis Young, 1 with 30. It's about 110 yards we've gained on them from just the 3 interceptions.
From the 16-yard line. First down.
See, I never used to look at games like that until just now, like doing all of these videos.
Washington on the option.
Whoa, what a fucking play that was. That was crazy. That just looked fire, like the way he was running through. It was just so fluid. I was aiming for the first down, but bro had like bigger ideas than that. Just ran through that gap there. He's just like, this is mine. Now he just takes that hit right there and basically goes like 2 to 3 yards. Kind of reminded me of like seeing that clip of Brian Dawkins just drilling Mike Vick on the Falcons. Like way back when Mike Vick was like in the early stage of his Falcons career.
And he'll return this one from the 7. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. The offense will take over at the 29-yard line. First down, 10 to go. It's been a tough outing for this quarterback, Irving.
Well, right now the defense is doing a great job of applying pressure on this quarterback. And I think that's creating the turnover opportunity. Even when this quarterback does have time to throw, I think he feels that pressure because the defense has done such a good job of applying that pressure throughout the game.
Catches it, hit for no gain. Not much there on the screenplay.
It's a nice catch by the junior wide receiver, but an even better effort by the defense to keep him from going anywhere.
Throws quick to the receiver and it falls incomplete. Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48. Just over 2 minutes in the game. And off in the defense with a big stop. So a running play on 3rd and long, that's been very little yardage.
You can't do that when you lose.
Yeah, that's what I figured they were going to go for it at this point in the game. Just fair play, you know. Like, you got to do what you got to do, but
when the first down marker is that far away, someone's got to step up and make a play on 4th down. It just didn't happen for him here.
9 times out of 10, the defense will make a stop on that play, but, you know, based on the situation, this offense did have to go for it. Run the middle and nothing there. He plows ahead for a 2-yard gain.
I love the commentary on this game.
Freshman safety. He read the run and made a good tackle.
Less than 2 minutes in the 4th quarter.
It really did seem like EA just saved all the best shit for
They're changing the play.
NCAA. See, and the facts were like these games were never released in PAL territories, which is Australia. So back during this generation of consoles, I initially had an Xbox 360, so I couldn't even buy All Pro 2K, All Pro Football 2K8, like that Legends game, and I was gutted, like just being a 2K fan. Obviously, with the PlayStation 3 region locked, region free, is the only way to play any of these games. Give it back to when the game's almost over anyway.
They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. He punts it away. It's a
Not too much mustard on it.
So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They'll set up shop at the 20. And he's immediately tackled. BYU just took their first time out. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 36.
I don't even know why they'd even bother. Like, they're not going to come back in 30 seconds.
Drops back on 1st down. Picked off.
And that was that.
And he is drilled at the 33.
That is exactly the kind of play you want to see from a safety. He needs to be able to read the play and then make the interception.
Should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock.
So here we were. I actually did the game when I thought I was just going to abandon this whole season and just start a new Dynasty with a different team. I was a bit torn. I was like, I'm a bit over doing like a 2nd season with the same team, but I do feel like a real connection, just like attachment to this team. And that was that. It's a wrap. Send BYU packing back to Utah.
And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score. Georgia Tech 35, Brigham Young 14. Kurt, go ahead and just give us your reflections on this game.
Not the route you might have expected. shouldn't take anything away from this win. Georgia Tech didn't necessarily play their best game today. They let them hang around for a little bit more than they would have liked, but it's still a nice win.
See, I feel like, yeah, the commentary is just so much more in tune with actually happens on the field, as opposed to just spitting out like canned lines, as Madden obviously does.
And for Washington, his play here today has gotten him recognized as our player of the game.
Man, 9 for 20. It's not good at all.
They start their season off in perfection and they notch their third straight win. And for BYU, they couldn't have imagined a worse start than this as they fall to 0-4. That'll do it for this presentation.
Just help put these guys in an even bigger hole than they were in. Sounds good.
This is Brad Nessler saying goodbye.
Yo, that was that. We're 47 minutes in. I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. Catch you on the next game.